So let's talk about your employer value proposition, or EVP. And yeah, it probably sucks. And it could be why your employees are treating your job postings like they're spam, and probably potential applicants too. Let's talk about it. Hi, I am Khalifa Oliver, an executive advisor, experience coach, and the author of I Think I Love My Job. Here's the issue. Most EVPs, or employer value propositions, are outdated, generic, and full of corporate fluff. You know what I'm talking about, like, we're a family looking for rock stars, small but mighty team. Nobody's buying it. Meanwhile, right now, employees are demanding authenticity, flexibility. They want a real path for career growth and investment in their development. A study from Mercer found that 56% of employees say their employer's brand doesn't match their actual experience, and that's a problem. And let me tell you why. Your employer value proposition should feel real. It is the thing that you are putting out there in your marketing as something that you're selling to attract people to your organization, and it's what you're telling people will make them stay in your organization. It's telling you what the competitive advantage you have versus other organizations that they may have the choice, especially talented people, because I might want to remind you, extremely talented people, even in a really tough job market, they have options. When your EVP does not feel the same as the boots on the ground, you might be able to attract people and fool them into coming to a role, but it doesn't mean that it will stay. So imagine what you're ending up losing is your top talent, because you have decided that you prefer to market a culture and an employer value proposition as opposed to actually creating one. It should be a mirror to your organization, and anybody who walks in it should be able to understand what it is they're experiencing. Now, your EVP is only as good as your lowest paid frontline person's experiences, because it's their lived experience on a daily basis. If we look at it from a consumer side, if I walk into a store to buy something, the experience I have from the time I walk in tells me a lot about what I want to know, about whether I want to stay in the store or shop at this store, right? And it's the same thing people feel about employers. In many cases, of course, you can't just walk out of an employer, because you often have a lot more riding on it, including your healthcare, your benefits, your compensation, your rent, your bills, you know what I mean? But it means at the moment when I get an opportunity to walk, there's nothing holding me there, especially if I'm extremely talented and you actually would like to keep me. So what do? Make it real. Your EVP should reflect reality, not wishful thinking. I'm not saying that your EVP should not be aspirational, but the aspiration shouldn't just be on paper. It should not just be a marketing campaign. It should be an aspirational investment, because there is the intention actively to get there and to build that feeling. I have to go beyond salary, and don't get me wrong, I like nice things too. Pay does matter, but people like meaningful work, and so purpose and development, i.e. employee experience, the ability to be set up for success, they matter too. You also have to listen to your employees. If your employees do not believe in your EVP, neither will anybody else, including those applicants that you would like to attract into your organization. And if you do attract them and they become employees, you got to listen to them at that point, because you're not going to be able to keep them. So bottom line, if your EVP doesn't pass the IRL test, you know the test I'm talking about, with your own employees, it's time to fix it, because trust me, we can all smell that from miles away. Your EVP is important, and if it sucks, it's fine, but you gotta change it. Don't get stuck in the suck. you enjoy this content and want to know more about employee experience, people analytics, data, and how in general to improve the experiences that people have in work as we build out towards the future of work, then go ahead, like, share, and follow me.